Okay, so for all our fans on the Facebook, the correct answer was Mortal Kombat. It was not MGS4 guns. It's 8 hours long!
If you had asked me about that poll before you fucking put it up, I would have told you that this would have crushed
you all failed the test, guys.
Wooly and me both thought Mortal Kombat would win. But no, you're making us do this.
All I'm hearing right now is Senso ga kawata. Endlessly over and over again.
What is that?
War is changed by the Japanese
That's
snake.
true, because for the longest time you only had the Japanese trailer. For like the
90 tag this first 90 tag. It's the voice of Bato from Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, so they use the ID tags? Is that
ID tags, ID tag shit.
ID tag
my
here.
ID tagged butts.
The ID tag babies in your ID tag high heel boots.
I remember hearing about the fact that like he played Naked Snake and was cool with that because he was just talking normally.
He did it
and he did this role saying that he would never do Solid Snake again because it absolutely wrecked his voice.
But we'll never do Old Snake ever again.
He had to do recordings with a shot of Jack.
I'm not a huge fan of MGS4. I'm just putting it out there. There's parts I like. But another thing is stop coughing. Please. Stop coughing. It got really fucking annoying.
It's the coughing animation, the way his head jerks down.
I'm also not the biggest fan of MGS4.
So, let's not forget that these names on screen are all the names of the dudes that fucked up Metal Gear Rising.
Oh yeah!
These are the dudes that failed horribly.
They couldn't get that Zanbatsu working.
Yeah.
They had to go crying to the Inaba House of Platinum and be like, hey guys, I can't make it.
I've said before that when they really messed up Rising, they didn't have anything to show for it. My visual was always that Kojima walks in, the elevator's open to the MGS Rising team, and people are just slipping on their own feces that are on the floor because they're all so retarded and don't know how to make a game without a guy yelling at them how to do it.
I'm thinking about them walking into Platinum offices and like Inaba is just getting a blowjob. He's just got his arms wide open.
By his entire staff. They're all dogpiling on his
Can I help you?
The old Tappy MGS theme turned out it had been based on some insanely old...
Wait for it.
Yeah, that's your pose.
It had been based on some insanely old Russian piano theme, I think it was.
Yeah.
And some guy found out and then went to Kojima and, hey, there's Old Snake, woo! And just shoved, you know, the music in front of him, and he was like, oh, okay. And then the MGS4 comes around, we don't have the MGS theme, we have Theme of Love.
Why not?
Because Kojima didn't...
Why is it not there?
Because he didn't want it to be associated. And I want to kick that dude's ass.
Yeah. Now, why would it think that's a human? I don't think melons give off that amount of body heat. Oh, I get it.
When Snake put those melons there, he hugged them very close to his old man body.
Just rubbed it all over his junk to get him nice and hot.
Liquid Ocelot is based off of Lee Van Cleef.
Of course.
Right.
And Solid Snake, in making Old Snake, was based on Lee Van Cleef. I'm dead serious. They did not mean to hide this at all. Okay. They are supposed to. It's supposed to imply that because they got old, that they look like brothers, and the easiest way to tell the artists to make them look like brothers is to base them off the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
So young Lee Van Cleef was Kurt Russell. This is what we're getting here.
Yeah, sort of.
I don't know about that.
See, why can't he just have a beard?
He escaped from New York and then became the bad.
Straight to.
But then he had to go back in time to fight the Terminator.
I find it impossible to believe the U.S. government would put a plot in the graveyard for Big Boss when he tried to ruin everything to create Outer Heaven.
Just like they put a plot in fucking for MGS3 for the boss who went down as a named nuclear traitor.
Yeah, but the government knew she wasn't.
Also, everybody, spoilers for all the Metal Gear games in this one.
Okay, so just like Otacon's like, meh, and Snake's like, meh, and that's about.
That's pretty much it.
How this scene is going.
This is after their creepy MGS2 love affair. Otacon dumped Snake because he doesn't do the old thing.
Otacon cross Old Snake.
We found Liquid Ocelot. I need you to go fucking stab that
I don't
guy.
work for anybody. but let's go anyway.
Just do me a personal. Do me a favor.
Yo, do me a solid, Snake. Do me a solid.
Hey,
Snake. Oh, guess what? Game is now ruined.
Who is that?
That's the sound of a series not only jumping the shark, but like trying to rewind time to jump over it again.
This is bananas.
Okay, but you know what though? Can you take her on a date and stare at her in bras and panties?
I would no.
Then fucking, it's not the low point.
It's not the low point.
It's not the low point. And he was so sad about how they turned it into a weapon that he decided to like
Make a cute little baby.
for peace.
And Otacon only found out how to do it because Granin sent his papers to his friend in the American place.
I
Yes.
love my country.
I love this land.
This why I give all the secrets to Americans, so that I may achieve dignified death when fellow colonel beats me to death in oil drum.
I was about to say the barrel.
Now this
Going out
is
like
why
a true
I'm so
hero
pissed.
of the nation.
This is why I'm so pissed we're not doing MGS 3, which was also the correct answer.
I'm just thinking about Mega Man X,
X
Cross,
Metal Gear.
and Robot Ride Armor Gears.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
Vile fighting.
Well, I said
ninja.
a good shut up.
No one.
You said a bad shut
no
up.
one wants to hear your dumb crossover fan
But
fiction.
it sounds
You
really
didn't play
cool.
Mega Man, thus have no childhood. Thus
I didn't
don't
play
care.
Mega Man.
Mega Man 1 to 3.
I played all the Mega Mans. You go fuck yourself.
Here we
You
go.
with the Metal Gear
Hey,
Acid.
Game is now ruined.
Hey everybody.
Game is now
Right.
ruined for the third time.
Here's the second or third shark to jump over.
There's no room for non-offensive minorities in Metal Gear. Get this guy out of here.
The purpose of
Yes, idiot.
Ocelot's hand thing wasn't to make Ocelot cool. It was to make Ocelot look like he thought he was cool.
Which is cool.
That's the whole point. It's like, look at Ocelot being a fucking retard before he became the cool guy that we all know.
And
And
Ocelot never lets his prey escape. What? What? Hey, Otacon, I just met a mysterious black man. What do you think of him?
Otacon, I can't do it.
I think
This guy's really sketch, but I might need him. What do you think we should do?
We should keep him at arm's length.
So you should inject anything he gives you.
Yeah.
The future that they paint is a future where everyone has to get shots all the fucking time.
Right.
And I don't like it.
syringes, Pat. They're coming.
And they're like crazy evil looking syringes too. Look at that shit.
It don't look super evil.
It does. It looks pretty evil.
He put that in way longer than it needed to be.
Yeah, he twisted it a bit.
And the other thing
Just
is,
kind of
is that these evil looking needles like make a clear like I'm injecting you with drugs noise when they're going into your flesh.
Yo, you get no soda
if-
pop monkey thing.
If you can fucking take a shot and then run on water and not die, I think you should take the shot, Pat.
Yeah, I guess.
Would you like an apple after drinking Coke and
But where's
getting
that Star Trek
injections?
shit where they just put a little poosh on your
whoa,
arm?
whoa. If only you could have like
It's
like a
pretty
paragraph long sad story for every soldier you kill.
Oh.
You know.
But you know what? They've been doing that theme like a lot. Like that was a theme in MGS1. It's like you all enjoy all the killing. That's why.
Yeah.
And then in MGS2, pretty much the exact same
You're
fucking
Jack
thing.
the Ripper.
I'm talking to you, player.
And then
you know,
in
type of bullshit.
MGS3, you fight her boss version of that theme, where it's like, look at all these fucking dudes
that
killed.
you've killed. What an asshole!
The first
you
time I
are.
played MGS3, that river was full.
It was a total opposite for me. There was no one there.
I did that on my subsequent playthroughs. So
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
There was a parrot though. A fucking parrot flew by, and I was like, ah!
Because
Now I get it.
Because everybody who's dead is you killed, and then you're going down the empty one, and you get to the end, and the Sorrow's like, be sad. And I'm like, fucking what, Sorrow?
Why are you
I
so
didn't
hating on me,
kill
Sorrow?
anybody. Why are you so mad at me? Speaking of a tragic soul destroyed by war,
Destroyed by Kojima.
this soldier.
That's an outrageously big oil drum.
It's pretty like.
Now, if you hey everybody, if you walked up to an oil drum and that oil drum was shitting all over the place,
Would you
would you
investigate?
poke it with your gun or would you just shoot that fucking oil drum? Johnny is the worst ever.
Johnny's better than a lot of the other characters in this.
Oh, he was shitting into his pants, apparently.
That's MGS4 in a nutshell.
That is a real gun that is being used by cool dudes in the military.
The X8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does a ton of cool things and has lots of configurations.
But more importantly than that, it looks like it's from the future.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why I know so much about
Yeah.
it. I don't know shit about guns.
Wooly spent all this time. Are there actual sci-fi
I
guns?
really
being
love
used?
how I was able to cut straight through your attempt to look like a cool guy. It's
You
like-
called me out on my shit.
That took 1 second. That was so
It's
easy.
a cool guy.
One of the first things you do with Meryl is you scope her out like a skis in a
Yeah.
bathroom.
Now, I don't know if Wooly did, I can't remember, but I read the MGS novel that came out way
Fuck
later.
no.
No way.
Someone,
Fuck no, did I
it was
read the
Liam. It
MGS
was
novel.
Liam that read it. And it's the worst adaptation of
You
anything.
mean Rising Superstar Liam?
Yeah, the Rising Superstar Liam.
I'll kill you.
Anyway, I read the book, and then when it gets to the section where Snake meets Meryl, not only does he skeeves on her, he thinks about her in the book
like,
when he shouldn't.
Hey, man.
Like, he's like, I wonder if Meryl, maybe if we get out of here, I can invite her to my cabin and we can make love to each other.
Well,
Like, straight up.
Well, we've been talking about all sorts of shit. And despite them flapping their gums and saying words,
Not saying interesting things.
they have pretty much said almost nothing.
That is not accurate at all.
That map is a North American / European Japan style map, which has been accused of being racist because the terrain deformation you have to do to make it flat like that makes areas that are actually kind of small, like Greenland, look super gigantic.
But also
Right.
it shows you like North America, and look at America, and then look at the size of Canada and Alaska next to it, respectively.
It
Yeah,
looks a
it's
little
totally
off.
fucked. It's terrain deformation. There weren't enough Metal Gears around, so we sent them into space.
It's like Leprechaun in space.
and they landed on.
Brother!
They landed.
We're on the moon now!
We'll drag the moon into the 21st century.
Look at how awesome this shot
Look
is.
how bad that table and those chairs and their fucking faces look.
Okay, that's the thing. We didn't really mention it till this point, but this game at the time rocked our fucking worlds.
It was mind-blowing. When they showed that trailer, even in its crappy cam form, people went nuts!
Some parts are not holding up, man.
Remember, it was so
Maybe-
amazing that the PS3 would have to load each section of the game individually.
Yeah.
For up to 15
this
minutes.
is the-
Now, the other thing, MGS4, we don't see it there, but when the gameplay starts, the camera just swings around behind
and it-
Snake,
it's
and it's the
control.
smoothest thing,
Yes.
and that's something MGS4 does
rad.
that's awesome.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. So, in a part of this fight that we just skipped over, he literally falls unconscious and starts shitting his pants. And Snake has to try and wake him up.
I guess Kojima modeled him after most of his employees.
Ooh. Can I ask, like, a really... This may sound trivial, but the codec is like a...
Sorry, just the way you cleared your throat there.
Imagine there's a Metal
the
Gear game.
bulldozer have started to move.
Imagine there's a Metal Gear game that comes out, and there's like this evil group that's behind the plot. And Snake gets to the end, and all they have is a dump truck at the end. Like, they didn't actually have a Metal Gear.
So right off the bat, it's really creepy how sexy they made that.
I was about to say,
butt.
you're like, that wolf has a
If
hard
someone had a
ass.
gun to my head and said, you need to fuck one robot in Metal Gear Solid 4, I have to go with Crying Wolf.
It's confusing you. Look at that ass.
It's really distracting.
It's really prominent.
And it's just shaking it. Don't shake it, girl.
We gotta get out of here before we're tempted to fuck that robot. Oh shit! You know, nothing says hanging out in the Middle East like
And he
being
has
a
the-
huge leather jacket
He has the
and a suit.
coolest sunglasses. Oh, I love it. So this is another one of those things in games or movies where you
Hey,
watch
so-
it
so-
and you're like, how about you just do this fucking thing? So, hey, Snake, you're like 20 feet away from Ocelot. Right now.
Take aim.
Just fucking shoot him.
He wants to see what his plan is.
You've smoked so many dudes.
Now, what is Meryl
No,
and
you can
Snake's
shoot him
plan?
from right there.
What is Meryl and Snake's plan right now? Take on all these guys? There's 5 of them.
Well,
Theoretically, you kill him now, though, and you stop.
And then you stop the game.
so we find out later that this was a test.
Yep.
Yes.
And what this test proves is that it's total miserable fucking failure.
Yeah.
And so why is he looking at it as like, awesome, this test completely fucking didn't work.
Wasn't it like, well, we
No,
ruled
no.
this out?
No.
Isn't it?
This was a successful test, wasn't it?
No, it's we ruled this out, so now we know that it can only be this or this, which is not
This
unsuccessful.
is the basic hack attempt that goes spectacularly badly. And the basic thing he can pull away from is like, I guess that didn't work. But he's not like that. He's like, yeah, look at this shit. This is the craziest. I never got to do that strip search.
That strip search, yeah, exactly.
You were in the
Even
jail.
though you totally should have. Now the thing
I remember when I was playing that, my mom was around when that line came out, and I was just like,
just how it always is.
You're
playing a little game, and
she's
then all
like,
the
and she's
all the Nissans and Sugoi in the world just thunder through your house, waking up your parents.
and she's my mom's walking by with the laundry, like, excuse me, what are you playing?
These fucking video games.
Oh,
like,
I'm playing a sex game.
Yeah, like now it's an empty promise.
So did the
cyborg, it's a Russian
gunship doing
did
here?
the cyborg ninja next to Snake above the
answer is
TV
girl,
just
listen.
fall over?
Wow.
How did she get on there? She was just standing above Snake like not more than 30 seconds ago.
Nano machine.
Jeez.
It was bees.
Nano bees.
Nano machines in there.
Ah, I see I have lost all of my men.
And by bees, you mean the B&B.
No.
Oh.
That's not.
Yeah. Oh my God. Now that's.
It's like we're out of here.
Ooh, just an army of Pat's moms.
Someone just has to make a mention of like an orbital frame somewhere.
Or-
In
or-
Revengeance,
or-
in
sorry.
Revengeance, you just hear the
Sorry,
word.
we just
once.
missed the only time where Sunny does anything cool, which is Snake says, I have to watch my cholesterol intake. And she goes, well, you're not looking at your nicotine intake. And then she runs off. But that's the only time
She's gonna go have a panic attack upstairs while she rearranges her antique tin.
She's pretty spurgy, I have to say.
Oh, she's really bad.
She's a spurg, man.
So I see, Snake, you got me a video of a super hot lady scientist onto my laptop.
That was so weird in MGS1. It's like, what the fuck is this? When Otacon's talking about all the police.
Yeah. No, his animes.
Yeah, and the police not stuff. It's like, what is this? This looks awesome. And
I
then
want to play that.
I looked it up. It's like, what is it? That's Police Knots. This awesome Konami game. Cool. When can I play it?
Never.
Never, ever, ever, ever. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're not talking about Metal Gear because these cutscenes are long.
They are.
And they're action-packed!
And like what he just they just had a
This is the
conversation that
debriefing.
was almost
Right,
10 minutes
right.
long and amounted to almost nothing.
I just forgot about.
Should we save the game?
We should
let's save the game.
Not many people know, but Willie used to be the sole military leader in Grenada.
Yeah.
And commanded a small army.
How's the People's Woolen Republic doing?
It's like Latveria. I pay attention sometimes, but I'd rather chill out.
The rest of the time, you just rather troll Reed Richards. Those dudes in the background with the power suits are apparently straight from Police Knots.
Oh,
In that,
really?
it even says like P Arsenal on them or something.
Penis assault.
Yeah, there you go. Penis assault. Everyone knows what you're talking about too.
You know what? I find it's pretty convenient that Mei Ling is the captain of the Missouri, the only ship in the world that is not controlled by SOP.
Well,
Because it's a decorated ship
it's an old ship.
that's not supposed to actually
old
fight.
ship.
Yeah, it's an old museum ship.
It's a museum ship.
And it's pretty convenient that Mei Ling
And the,
is in
and the
charge of it.
deal here is she got that job because some lecherous old admiral was like, check out that little Chinese, I like it.
Yeah.
So we gave her a battleship.
Yeah.
And the response from Snake is, she likes old guy. Oh yeah. It was like, come on guys, it's been a while. You haven't seen each other in a while. What's the first thing gonna be do? It's like, is that ass that got you this shit? Like what?
This new Metal Gear game is going to need a lot more diversity. What the hell is diversity? If I believe the diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the colonial era. Hey Rose, you have a very nice sweater and hate to have
Also,
blues
I'm
all over it.
getting a Vanessa from Product Number 9 vibe.
It's a very similar haircut.
Oh jeez.
She wore Jensen glasses.
Yeah. Or Matilda from Anarchy Reigns in stores now.
Yeah, actually not.
No, in stores across.
James Small says that game sucks. We say James Small sucks.
I agree that James Small sucks.
Here.
Who?
Jack.
Who the fuck you talking about, Snake?
You remember that fucking guy?
Being engaged to Rose.
Oh.
Yeah, I looked really far. I couldn't find him.
I looked all over Rosemary.
Like I lifted up this bookshelf and I checked in this drawer. Nope, writing's
I
gone.
kept looking in Rosemary's pants, but I couldn't find it.
You did on Rose.
I was just slapping my
This
dick
is
on
the-
her
this
tits,
is-
going, Ryan,
This
where are
is the
you?
absolute best explanation. I was just consoling her, and all of a sudden my dick fell out.
Snake, let me tell you something, man to man.
Use my
The
connections
booty's
in the
worth
army
it.
to build a job.
And Snake's like, yeah, I know, I fucked your daughter.
Hose before
Everybody
bros.
involved.
And so, and the trailer says, family gone or whatever. No family.
I think that's implying his old family, because Saldus killed his parents.
Yeah.
Right in front of
Child soldier. But I'd like to think.
Oh shit! It's that.
Oh, good.
It's
Because
shoot-
I was just wondering where the
Shoot
monkey
that
was.
fucking monkey. Oh. God damn it, you stupid fucking monkey.
What are you talking about? This monkey's great. He adds a lot to the narrative.
Figures. The B&B's.
The monkey was voiced by Kojima himself.
The monkey was...
I just had the horrible image of like Kojima all business-like with his leather jacket. He carefully places his leather jacket down so as not to
Leans
disturb
into the
it.
mic, takes his
then-
glasses off.
That's a cool trick, Trevin.
Yeah.
That's a cool little...
I
trick
tried
that
to
you
learn
got
how to
there.
do that.
Oh, I
and
can't do it.
It's fucking
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah. But you look like a cool guy when you do it.
Say each one
Dude.
of them traumatized by war.
Also, if you can do it with a pen, you're a double cool guy.
Yeah. That's why they have those crazy pen spinning competitions. We're all the cool guys.
Ladies getting wet over the.
Remember when
If I can
Iceman...
do this with this tiny pen, think of what I could do with what, like, oh, no, never
Remember,
mind.
remember when you'd be in school and you think about that scene in Top Gun where Iceman is like flipping a pen in between his fingers during a briefing?
And you're like, oh man,
I'm
Iceman's so bad.
I'm gonna totally do that, and then you pluck your eye out with your pen. That's the best picture you can get of Raging Raven.
We saw her hanging out just before.
the
Oh,
fuck
here's
is
the
that?
pictures.
Ah, Drebin, so let's talk more about things.
Are they human?
Are the B&Bs human?
Not anymore, they ain't. Now they're just ladies hooked up to shitloads of nano machines.
So that-
He's got some really good facial expressions.
He does.
But some of the things that he says is just backwards. It's like, are they human? No, they're the law of this world. It's like,
And
what?
Kojima just showing his balls on Xbox Cam, playing Uno.
I did not like it, man. I didn't.
The worst thing I ever heard about MGS4, like in terms of like Kojima messing
We're
with
talking
something.
about Uno.
Yeah, the Uno, that Uno minigame you're forced to play. No, is like they're waiting to press the gold discs to go, and there's like a dude with like a parcel, like to throw the discs in. We gotta run them over. And then Kojima said, "Wait, give me another day. I need to edit more scenes with Sonny." There was like an interview or
What?
like an official, like it was not a rumor. It was they were ready to go, and Konami's like, "Come on, man!" And then he's just like, "No, more Sunny."
Yeah, like I'm like, is there a message about like?
Shut up, you stupid monkey!
Like, yeah, exactly. Matt just summed it all up. for us.
That is actually
Like
that. Yeah,
fucking-
you know, yeah.
It's like we're over here talking
Shut
about
the
the
fuck up.
themes and the deep meanings.
Good job,
And
Matt.
then there's
That's why we
this
keep you around.
fucking monkey.
Well, guess what? No matter what the meaning is, it's ruined by this monkey.
This fucking monkey in a leather. But that's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Oh.
That too sums up Metal Gear because we can't even get to the end of our sentence about the flawed philosophies. But it's like, oh, but he did the cool
So
thing.
you know what? That
But shut the fuck up,
that
monkey.
exchange just kills it. Man, I don't think these philosophical points are really hitting their stride. Look at this stupid fucking monkey, but that's really cool.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 4.
I forgot about that guy.
It would not be a Metal Gear game if there wasn't a female character with zip down super cleavage.
Right.
Unnecessarily.
Who was it?
1, Sniper
Sniper
Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah.
That's
2,
right.
Olga. 3, the boss.
No, well, I was gonna say 3 Ava.
Ava. Is
Oh,
going
you
crazy.
doubled up
Trumps
on your fucking
And-
snake eater.
And
Yeah.
and the
This
boss
old
wasn't.
woman's
The
cleavage ain't
boss
good
wasn't doing it to be hot. She was doing it to be like, check out this fucking scar. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
and you know what? It wasn't sexual at all, and that was awesome.
Oh,
It's a
that's got that
USB
USB thing that's got Fox Alive or some
It's
shit
a
in
USB
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, Fox alive.
You don't trust me?
Okay, her forehead was way bigger in part 1.
Absolutely, because she was because they just in part 1, all they did was just put what's his name, Shinkawa's art.
Yeah,
up his
who
codex.
does draw big foreheads?
These test file photos are not flattering to these people.
Yeah, that Meryl one was not looking like Meryl.
Looks more like Liquid.
Yoji was phoning it in, man. He was phoning it in on those. I don't know.
You want me to do another Metal Gear? Can't I just draw the orbital frames? I really want to draw the orbital
Draw
frame.
Metal Gear.
Another one? Fine, but this one sings. This one sings all over the place.
Wait.
Really dumb.
You gotta play Peace Walker.
Peace Walker.
But do I, though?
You do.
The boss is in it.
The boss is in it.
I know, but so's Paz.
The boss is Paz.
Oh, I will fucking murder you.
Yeah!
Look at all those save files on your PS3.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice.
Fuck?
There were 2 more that said
Under
under construction.
construction.
One must have been Peace Walker.
Show me your liver spots.
Snake, what's gotten into you? Hurry up.
Fox Die got into him, you dumb bitch. You gave it to him.
So, like, Octopus is fucking falling asleep at this point.
She's in this room right now.
Standing at her
She's that
post.
bookshelf.
She's just like, oh my god, this is so not funny.
I can't believe Liquid told me to wait until they were done talking.
She just told him he has half a year to live, so like
At
his psych
tops.
went down.
Super tough.
But when Campbell's like, "You'll probably die on this mission," he's like, "Whatevs." Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
But then he's like, "Yo, tits."
Yo, tits. Bring that life
Thank you,
force back.
Hey,
Kojima.
remember,
Psych
like,
meter.
remember when Meryl showed up and despite me not liking her design, she was at least like a cool lady
Yeah,
and not like a
soldier girl.
not like a piece of ass like she was in MGS1.
Right.
Notice how she went from being like a cool Rhodesian chick with a British accent to being a piece of ass.
Just a slutty
Yeah,
scientist.
yeah. No, it's Jill Valentine, like, all over again. Just totally reinventing the character and not giving a fuck.
She's blonde now because of bullshit.
to so much of the fact that her ass is so curvaceously modeled in RE Revelations, and you can now see her ass in 3D.
In Marvel vs. Capcom, she's got an ass sticking out stance.
That's true.
Of course she does, because she's in the battle suit.
Only when she's blonde, though.
Basically, that thing I injected in you myself to kill you.
This is one of my other big problems with MGS4 is that she's like, Snake, you're a walking weapon now. Yeah, because of you.
Well,
Yeah.
For your petty revenge.
Well, no. See, he should have died, and Liquid should be the new petty revenge.
It's so dumb.
He's got that nano dick.
That nano dick doesn't stop 24/7.
That Transylvanian nano dick, that immortal.
That nano dick can run on water.
And penetrate mothers and daughters.
I purposely gave Vamp like a super secret soldier serum that just improves his sexual performance because I know I'm going to die eventually.
Whatever. So he's like, what if I killed myself? And then she's like, well, then the virus would die.
I guess.
But then we're talking about, wait, didn't this virus mutate like fucking crazy? What if it didn't? What if it just turned into like a huge anthrax bomb on his corpse?
What if I turn into the man spider? I really don't want to.
I don't want to fight the Punisher's van.
Octopus is really fucking bored right now.
Yeah.
She's just like,
She's
oh
in,
my
she's
god.
in the corner going, tee hee 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 hee. This is so stupid.
I am on the clock. Can you please just, like, yeah.
Liquid's
Thank
playing.
you.
She's like, okay, you know what, that's it, fuck it.
Liquid is paying
enough.
me by the hour because I'm nuts. So you guys can just go.
He's paying me in crazy bucks.
He's paying her in dickings from Vamp.
These helmets are shit. They
Gonna
don't
get a
protect
box.
against 60-year-old tranquilizer guns.
1. Cut a hole in the box. 2.
Stick
put
your snake in that box. Oh, this is a crazy super battle. Yeah, that's the one.
There's that Mark II just going nuts.
And I feel super dumb because it's huge. It's like a million times bigger. And it's like, oh no! Oh, so this part was weird.
You see, all the liquid symbolizes that
Yeah.
Kojima.
It symbolizes Yo Japan.
Right. Like, if it was just Laughing Octopus, I'd be like, okay, but oh wait, all the animal?
Well, because it makes them hotter.
Right.
When they're all in the skin tight stuff, dripping
and
with
oiled
the goo.
up. Yeah.
I'm now remembering just how bad these scenes were.
I don't.
How uncomfortable they were. And it would have worked if it was just one of them, like you said.
No, but all
that
of
they all do this is too much.
And you expect it by the second one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even by Metal Gear standards, it's fucking ridiculous. After MGS3, I was like, give me all the plot you can give me.
And you fucking got it.
And they gave me so much plot. But now I know the plot.
Yeah. So actually being forced to just watch the details with no surprises.
Well, that's a little...
I'm going to stick a big Brazzers logo on that in post. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, don't forget that
God,
one.
are you serious? This also triple doesn't make any sense. Because this is not what thugs who attack a random village do.
Right.
They don't go, hey, let's make this hot chick torture her family. There are other things that thugs who attack villages do with just crazy hot-ass chicks.
I don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand?
No, I don't know, Pat.
Oh.
I bet you, like Kojima talked to a psych guy.
Yeah.
And, he went, yeah, no, that's how it would work.
No, this is what happened. He talked to a psych guy. He's like, can I add in tons of bullshit that makes no sense? And the psych guy's like, no. He's like, cool. Gotcha. See ya. I'm out.
No, he asked the psych guy what would happen, and then the psych guy told him, and then Kojima just deleted the voicemail.
Yeah,
and
said,
psych guy, I'm just gonna
what
do
would
what
happen
I do.
if some dudes broke into your village and forced you to kill your whole family while forcing you to laugh, and then you bathed in their blood and you thought it looked like an octopus? What would happen then? And the psych guy's like, who is this? He's like, got it, great. And then he's like, see, no, look, I called him. Hey, Snake, here's how to sneak.
This is really
bad.
Because I have to remind you.
This is Snake. I know you've been doing this literally since before I was born.
And I studied to be you. My entire training from teenage years was pretending to be you.
Also, I know how your doohickey on your eye that only exists for you and I've never seen in person works.
That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish.
That means they picked her up because she was being a bitch. And then the fox walked all the way with the high heels. And then the fox got picked up by a hawk and got flown away.
Solve the mystery, Snake.
I remember when the back half of the MGS3 trailer got leaked out. People thought it was fake because of that bit. And I remember thinking back then, how fucking stupid are you idiots? Do you think somebody's gonna gin up something this unbelievably accurate a day before E3 to be fake? That fucking monkey!
What are you talking about?
It's like, Naomi, get your tits up on this boat.
Okay, if this were anime, the monkey would be jumping in her cleavage right now.
Right, jump right in.
And motorboating it all up.
Oh man, you get the most out of it.
Sometimes I wish I was a really tiny person.
Does that mean you're into giantesses?
We're not. Let's not.
I just
follow
like
up.
to make love to just a giant woman.
Let's not follow up.
Just crawl all the way into the uterus and just start banging pots around.
But I go too far. But I go too far.
You go way too far.
You're talking about Bam's dick. No one wants
Greek
to hear about
assholes and giantesses.
Hey
man, you roll with the best friends.
You
gotta
gotta know the limits of this audience.
You gotta Dempsey roll it.
We got a guy on here post Sonic DeviantArt fan art on our fucking Facebook page. There's no limit to how shit this can get. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Jax! Looks like he's made entirely out of plexiglass.
I was gonna say. Plastic.
Why does he even have the coat?
Because Big Boss.
No, just because
he doesn't care about Big Boss.
You know what Big Boss is.
This is where I got confused.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's cool, but what the fuck?
No, that's where you got confused in that it's not cool.
But it is, but... Oh.
No, it's not though.
It's not very cool.
It's like that shot of him jumping up and down on them has no visual payoff. It's like, yeah, okay, stab.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Where's Raiden?
Dead.
He's
dead over there.
He's super fucked up and he's jizzing out his chest. That's what he's doing. That's what it is. Remember, this is coming from a company that went on a like really strict policy of it's not blood, it's nanomachine juice.
Right.
And they created that in nanostray, and they have stuck to it in many games since. The knife is his penis.
This is what Kojima intended.
So this is for the fangirls, then?
Yeah,
okay,
pretty much.
Gotcha.
The whole Raiden vamp thing. Raiden was for the fangirls.
It's for all the Elizabeth Lees
Remember,
out there.
He actually admitted it.
Raiden was invented as a reaction to focus groups of Japanese teenage girls who didn't care about MGS because it was filled with
this
old
crazy
men.
bullshit.
So they
Duck King.
So he made a like super effeminate, like androgynous main character that the girls would be into, and they didn't give a fuck.
Go Breaking 3 Raiden edition.
Oh no! So this is 2 for 2 now, where somebody rocks Vamp's face off and he passes out, and instead of brutally finishing him off, they escape. They think it's a good time to escape.
Well, there's lots of geckos that we've established that Raiden can't fight.
Like here, what we've established is that what Raiden cares about more than killing Vamp is beating Vamp.
Raiden, please stop jizzing all over the hull of this.
Would a beheading have worked?
Yeah, I would have. And there's a
Rage Raven not following up at all on this lead.
She's like, I could go get it. I guess I could, but I don't want to.
But-
I'm so mad.
What are you talking about? That was a normal bird.
It's a normal bird. In the Metal Gear universe, that's a normal bird.
Normal bird.
And what the fuck is that? It's fine. It's fine.
Don't look there.
It's
No,
just a pigeon.
The only eggs that are worth any shits are Cadbury cream eggs.
Yo! Don't even get me started.
We're just getting all that jizz up in his mouth.
That delicious cream.
You are such a creep when you eat those.
Oh my god. Nobody hates cream eggs. Nobody.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I'm just saying you look like a fucking weirdo when you eat them. Because you're just smashing them onto your face and letting the juice run down.
Okay. Everyone has their crack.
Takes his shirt off.
Yeah, you know what crack is to you? Crack.
I remember this is from a trailer where we have to look nice. Girls, especially as scientists.
Yes.
Wear
we
pumps.
must look our best.
We have to
We're
look.
the sexiest fucking pantyhose you can find.
We have to look hot so that our bosses don't turn us into zombie cyborg ninjas.
I'd like to think that now she left Sunny and Sunny's like,
Look at what the fucking laptop!
Yeah.
He's video conferencing with her right now! And it's staring at her tits!
What?
On his laptop! On his MacBook, which is obviously MacBook. He is video conferencing with her tits.
You saw in that shot there's a vid window open of her tits.
Wow.
Otacon is a firm believer of incest and dog girls.
Neither your genetic pattern nor Liquid's genetic pattern.
But you're fucking clones! I was talking about Konami is
officially
like,
releasing
no,
the
you
fucking
can't
game.
have police knots.
Yeah,
Even though Kojima put in fucking data in MGS1 that says, yo, thanks for playing police knots.
We're not
It's on your
copies
save
of our
memory
father,
card. Yeah.
after all.
I'll drag our father into the town. Fuck it, I don't even feel it anymore. I want to have the minigame where I give birth to Revolver Ocelot on the battlefield. And he comes out. What was it that you said? He comes out spinning the umbilical cord.
This is the best umbilical cord in the world.
The authentication program this IDS uses.
One placenta. That's all I need.
I'm more than enough to kill anything.
It's set up so that host commands only execute properly if the key matches perfectly.
Okay, so what are they talking about?
Nanomachines.
Of course.
At any given point in the story.
And you're never wrong. You're never wrong.
That's her mom. Just looking at her up.
She's so depressed
missing
that she came
textures.
from such a low poly person.
They should have fucking redone her.
It's
Nah.
just a head.
They
It
should
would not have been
redone her.
hard.
And they should have redone her too. I almost said the Advent Children.
Dude.
They should have redone that. They zoom in
They
on it.
zoomed
That's
in on
so
it.
bad.
Yeah, she's just getting so wet right now. Like, oh god, Vamp killed that girl. It's so hard.
Liquids are running down her leg like Christina Aguilera.
Snake met Otacon in fucking 1995. This takes place in 2014, and he still won't shut the fuck up about police knots.
Right.
Not unlike us.
Yeah, it's true. It's 2012, and I won't shut. A game I've never played.
Nope.
There's this
There's
little
this
plastic model I have of
You know
Rex.
what?
Of my greatest shame in life, I keep an action figure of on my desk.
It's to keep me humble.
There is a folder of Lucky Star sitting there on his desk.
It's a folder of everything Liam likes.
I only need to try 4 or 5 times to get a USB key in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Every time.
So this is really where she's laying it on super thick and super gay.
Yeah, that's pretty gay right there. That's what you're talking about. Where the hot chick looks at the dude is like, no, you look pretty hot.
Yeah,
the gayest thing in the world.
I thought Emma was drowning while he was having sex with
No,
his
she was
stepmom.
drowning, and his dad drowned trying to save her, and she lived.
Is it okay to sleep in there?
And he was super boning. And apparently, like, the theming of the shots that they do in that flashback make it look like they were boning, and all they had to do was look out the window.
Just turn around.
It's easy to forget sometimes.
Man,
Like,
even
they heard-
Lannisters look out the window.
They heard the they heard the splashes of the water and it got him extra hard.
Sorry.
It's like Dad's probably doing the same thing with Emma right now.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I like to be alone.
Otacon's
You
into
need a
it.
little bell to ring
There's
every
the
time it's
Hideo.
too
You
far.
can see it. I can't do it also because of my death boner.
Yep.
Oh shit, it's a monster.
That's the best noise!
That's the noise I usually make.
I can't wait for MGS5 where we play as Meryl and Johnny's baby,
You're right.
Akiba Snake.
With the constant shit system.
I keep his silver brain.
Yeah. See, instead
Instead
of
of Cypher,
instead of what was that noise, it's like, what was that shit?
what was
Snake?
that smell?
Superiors. I wrote up a thought assessment.
You run with the booty
Just
shake
a-
and then just
just a-
diarrhea at the
I
same
just
time.
imagine this like below your energy bar, just this shit cage, and his pants fill up.
A whole
God.
Marines
It's like Boktai,
are already
but
on
instead of the sun, it's how long you're
I
playing
suppose-
it.
But to me, you're still a legend, a hero.
Although,
Hey, you
although she's told him
remember?
he's a piece
Hey,
of
wait,
shit.
look, she just called him a hero.
Yeah.
Where, like a couple days ago, it's like, is your age of heroes over now?
And then like
It comes right around to what I said at the time. Oh, you're so cool, you stupid, washed up, stupid hero. I love you.
Yeah.
like right after this, she says, "Wake up! You're just a bitter old snake, and you suck, and nobody likes you."
Cause now.
It's time for you to suck some bitter old snake. Oh, I went too far.
Chugging
I-
that wine.
I gotta. Man, there's no more wine left.
I thought it looked a little too quiet.
We're gonna need some.
I'm gonna need some for parts like 8 through 12.
Yeah, we're gonna need some.
I'm gonna show up, and then those parts are gonna be me being just smashed.
When you find the resistance,
It's like Vamp fighting Otacon. No, he's fighting. It's gonna be great.
No, like
It's gonna be
everyone
great.
should get drunk and watch the MGS2 like secret theater thing.
Oh, that is
where you can switch everyone's
Oh,
models to
that
wherever
is
you want it to. be. So you
incomprehensible
have like
nonsense.
3 fortunes fighting Campbell.
signals, you should be able to
That
reach
shit
the
was
resistance
awesome.
members.
I wanted to love this act, but I hated it.
I loved it.
This
really
sequence
bad.
lasts for 10, maybe 15 minutes.
For Willie, it lasted an hour and a half.
Yeah, that might change it. This.
I told you, man, when I fought the end, I didn't know there were 2 other areas. I stayed in that same one.
So what you're saying is that you suck.
I fought him for hours.
So
and it
what
was
you're saying
awesome.
is you fucking suck.
Time
Hey
to go
everybody,
by.
Willie's fucking retarded. I didn't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, I totally. So much so that it was fucking the best fight in the game.
It's still the best fight in the game when you play it right. You don't have to play it wrong for it to be the best fight. Who wants a giant retcon bomb?
Very impressive, CQC, Snake.
I do. Hey, wait a second. He's not named after his voice actor?
David Hayter?
No, he's not named David after David Hayter. He's named David because at the end of NGS1, David and Hal ride off into the sunset. And it's a reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh my god.
Okay,
No, that's it. Kojima confirmed that in many interviews.
That's really lit.
That's the reason. It is a 2001 Space Odyssey reference.
I'm
fucking look it up.
Yeah. I'm a doubt you till I read that.
You got a phone in your hand, you can do it.
If there's dragon demons in True Crime,
you fight dragon demons at the end of True Crime.
No, you don't.
The first one.
This is the exact argument we had. You have a fucking gunfight with a dragon.
It's in our bloopers for Sleeping Dogs where I go, oh, that's like that time where you fight dragon demons, and you're like, yeah, right. What?
Okay, wait, shut up. We just, bam. Major Zero was the founder of the Patriots. And oh shit, these are the Patriots. It's everyone from Metal Gear 3.
Yep.
Also, Sigint was the DARPA chief, and Paramedic is Dr. Clark, who invented the cyborg ninjas and nanomachines.
She also loves movies.
She loves Godzilla. So you must love Paramedic. You can talk to her about Godzuki all day.
So that stuttering fucker that Decoy
That's
Octopus was
super hot.
playing that you ran into was actually controlling the world.
Yeah.
I think it's about here where Willie realized that this was Eva.
Hey, you remember when you killed the boss?
You kept yourself super in the dark.
Do you remember? Do you remember when you killed the boss and her scar from giving birth to Ocelot out of her chest slithered off her and came onto your body to form an S where you gave birth to
Metal Gear 3, flawless.
That is my... You know, MGS4 has a lot of problems. Storyline-wise, that is my biggest one. Is that the series never shied away from supernatural elements, but this one went so far out of its way, it's like, no, it's all technology. And then the response to that is, but what about all that shit that had to be supernatural elements? Like the entire fucking Cobra unit. How about the time when you kill the Fury and he turns into a burning doom skull and chases you? How about the skull that slithered off the boss's body? How about all the flowers that fucking turned red when she died? How about the guy who could control fucking bees?
How about
the bee thing can be explained with pheromones. They actually do.
But they make him fly?
They make him fly, yes. How about the guy who could turn invisible prior to the advent of optic camo? How about the guy who could commune with spirits? Like fucking legit-ass dead people.
Or the guy who could die and come back.
Yeah. Those are supernatural elements. And then they take Vamp, who was supposed to be the carryover of that kind of bullshit.
No.
And he had a move where he would throw daggers, and they would hit your shadow, and they would lock you to the floor. Because your shadow would be caught.
Because your shadow had nano shadows.
And then if you call Otacon
what?
Yeah, you remember when he would freeze you? That was him throwing his knives at your shadow, and it would trap it.
Wow.
And it would get locked down. Okay. You call Otacon in this, and he tells you that was hypnosis. And then you call him, what about the shit with the running on water? He runs really fast. So she popped out liquid. And then she popped out solid, and then she gave birth to a little old man baby named George Davis.
I want this game!
When is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't fucking wait for
this
that.
The raddest shit. This is the raddest shit. And that really shows off Big Boss's like antagonistic shit to Snake, because he's like, you're just a retarded clone invented by my sworn enemy to murder me in the future. Get the fuck out of my face.
As long as they don't shit on the boss, I'm fine.
They're literally gonna shit on the boss.
They already shat on
the Burn Man is gonna dig her up and take a big old squat and poop on her face, on her skeleton face, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Big Boss, you want to get in on this?" And then Big Boss is gonna go, "Ah!"
No, he's
just
gonna
smear it all over the gravestone.
And then the skeleton will turn out to be a quadruple agent.
That was working for the Russians.
This part when she's explaining this, I
big
was like,
floppy naturals.
This was fucking awesome because it was like, okay.
I love that sight.
So that's the thing that really bothered me, and that we're retarded and we all fucked it up.
Yeah.
I believe this that you get a decent enough shot of him to notice that his eye patch is on the wrong side.
Oh, Solidus.
Which means that it's Solidus Snake, aka George Sears.
It is totally George
Man,
Sears.
you were telling Willie that he was jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead for people that don't even know.
Oh, whatever.
What the fuck? Oh, right.
Look how cool this bro is.
So
Yo,
dumb.
yo, haters gonna hate.
He's pretty sleek.
That character represents MGS4 just saying fuck all y'all.
Swag.
She's using the same gun as 50 years ago.
Yep. It's a Chinese
It
automatic
probably
type
isn't
pistol.
tagged.
Hey,
Muzzle jump.
here's the point where Wooly thought that might be Eva.
It might be. I don't know.
To be fair, you never know with
Although-
Kojima.
Yeah, there we go.
There's no subtitles there for some reason, but these FPS games that these guys play are so
It made them
mind-controlling.
crazy super soldier orphans. That's when he knew it was Eva, though. Right
But
there.
Wasn't 100%.
It wasn't 100%.
Wasn't totally certain yet.
He was like, maybe she's
97.10.
decoy octopus. I have tons of problems with this big dumb chase.
This big dumb chase
I have
is pretty dumb.
so many problems.
Okay, big dumb chases can be cool though.
Absolutely.
Big dumb chase in Matrix
This is
2.
The highway scene from
Highway.
Matrix 2 is the best scene in Matrix
Coolest
series.
big dumb chase
This
ever.
is the second big dumb chase in this game.
No, here's my problem with this big dumb chase. This big dumb chase, I keep saying big dumb chase. It's really
Push it, it's a thing. It's now a
Um,
thing.
the big dumb chase.
It's gonna be
here,
a new character
you
in
meet
Brawl.
Eva.
So when we were talking about in the last part, some guys like, oh geez, you guys should not talk about Platinum since they're ruining Metal Gear. And I went,
What the-
I had a comment that said, ruining Metal Gear. You mean the Metal Gear that never got finished by Kojima Productions because they're all a bunch of idiots?
You mean the most interesting Metal Gear I have ever seen in the long history of me watching Metal Gear?
You
The-
mean
the
the
me-
Metal Gear that Kojima was forced to then beg Platinum to save?
And then put his guys on a camera for 12 minutes talking about how
That's the most embarrassing
bad
thing
they
ever.
failed.
They're shoving it like right into the director's face and be like, I couldn't do it.
What is she punctured on?
Some bullshit.
The cage that she's on?
Yeah, she's
She got punctured by a stick in MGS3.
yeah, it was a big fat stick going inside.
Hey, does anyone remember how good Snake Eater was? So
I like
Snake,
how we hit these parts where we just talk about whatever because
Snake,
nothing's happening.
I'm feeding these pictures of hot me into your head.
With
Remember your
nanomachine.
mom as a smoking hot babe
In a bikini.
in a bikini.
Who works for...
Remember that time I had that wrestling match with your father?
No. It's totally a throwback.
man.
Because
Man.
Naked Snake, his mom, who's basically the boss, was totally opening up her chest and showing off her boobs too.
Yeah.
It wasn't his real mom.
But it was
Grandmother.
basically his mom.
It was his mother figure
He is his
you
mother
know,
figure.
that he fucked a lot.
No.
He
Do you
fucked
love
the
her?
boss.
Do you love her?
What
No,
do you-
it's nothing like
He
that.
put his snake inside her snake
There
hole.
is-
The
Nothing-
dialogue is, do you love her? And he goes, no, nothing like that. She's like my mother and my mentor.
Pat, you listen to me good. There is nothing out there that
not
proves
sell
that
it.
has ever happened, and I will fight you. I
Pat,
will
Pat
fight
read
you on
some
this.
doujinshi.
Dear
No.
God Almighty.
It is...
The sorrow
I remember,
was the
I
one and
rem-
only.
I remember it being implied that he... Because
No.
that he
The
says
joy
that
is
they're
pure.
more than that.
The joy is pure.
He's Ocelot's stepdad.
The sorrow is the only one with the biggest pimpest dick that could ever touch the boss.
It can touch
Don't
her
worry.
from beyond the grave.
I can just imagine the sorrow having this pale, ghostly member that just kind of waves around in the wind.
You know who's not as cool as the Sorrow? Raging Raven.
You know who's still not as cool as Psycho Mantis? Screaming Mantis.
You know who Raging Raven's not as cool as, even though she's a direct copy?
What?
The Fury.
Do you know who Raging Raven is as cool as? Akiba.
But you know what? At least Raging Raven doesn't explode into a burning skull.
That was the best part.
That was the boss. Tell me you wouldn't want to die in a raging skull.
Like fighting Liquid in the Hind, and
He's yelling at you on the
he's
loudspeaker.
talking shit to you all the time. Same thing with Solidus. Solidus is talking shit to you in the Harrier the whole time.
And if you happen to be playing Twin Snakes, you get to backflip the fuck off off of a missile
But you
and
shouldn't play
jump
Twin
super high
Snakes.
into the air, and
Everyone
then shoot
should,
another
everyone
Stinger
should
missile
play Twin Snakes.
into the
So that you
cockpit.
can see how bad it is
Because it
compared to the
doesn't look
original.
like a huge aged piece of garbage.
Whatever, the voice acting's better in the original.
I like saying that. Oh yeah, the racist voice acting. It's so original that when they cut to things from Metal Gear 1, they don't fucking use it.
These segments were so awful.
Also, while she looks fine, the least remarkably hot of the B&Bs.
Well, it's because she's all scalded up or whatever.
No, I mean like everyone else
But
is interesting.
But
at least.
she's the black girl, right?
No, Crying Wolf is black.
Okay, so what is she?
She's Asian.
She's
I think?
Asian. Or, they don't explain where she's from, but
She's some kind of.
because
Well,
Laughing
shows her
Octopus,
face.
because Laughing Octopus, the hottest.
Even I'll agree with that.
Oh god.
Molten lava butt.
fire booty.
Feathers. They were black before, but now they're white.
Bye, Renoa.
Right? All eyes on me.
I can't wait to see you show up in Dead Fantasy 7.
Wow, it's been a while since I've
Once
seen that.
Monty stops making
yeah.
animation for Afro the Samurai games.
Sao 3, by far and wide the best
Oh
one.
god, yeah.
We're not talking about Metal Gear.
Because nothing's happening!
So when people were like, Matt, you're stupid for not like MGS4, and everything you guys mentioned in your videos of this were just tiny little nitpicks. Like, you couldn't access the online multiplayer.
I'm gonna generously say each act has a cool moment in it. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Gameplay wise? Tell me what the cool gameplay moment in Act 3 is. Because the big dumb chase is
stalking the guys.
That's
that lasts
barely
for
gameplay.
8 minutes.
That's
and
a
you don't do
that's a
anything.
tailing mission. I hate those.
I like tailing
I
missions.
hate them in every game.
You love them in Assassin's Creed as well. They're always great.
because rooftop tailing, you feel like such a badass.
Guess what?
Here's
You
the
can't-
deal.
you just walk around in
this.
this.
This may be a really outrageous distinction to make, but you didn't like the tailing sequence in this because of the gameplay.
Yeah.
You liked it because you were Jillian Seed in Europe.
Atmosphere.
Okay? Here's a recurring issue with many, many video games. Here's the issue. Fucking shoot him! Just fucking shoot him!
This
Yes,
is not video
but
games.
we-
Pat, this
but
is
we-
not video games. This is
Yes,
fiction.
but you know the thing about that is
Welcome
if you
to-
shoot him, that's a pretty short game, isn't it?
Yes. This is fiction
But
in
maybe
general.
what you're saying
Oh, no!
is that we should not be in a scene where Snake should have the opportunity to shoot.
Big-
Write a better scene.
Big Boss is dead! Oh! Oh, you suck!
I'm gonna stab you with your electric knife.
So... Man,
He just fucking owns them for no
CQC
real
the
reason.
shit out of them.
fucking own.
Why would he have the upper hand in CQC?
Because he hung out with Big Boss for decades?
Yeah, but how did Snake beat him before in MGS1?
Because they didn't...
Oh, that's because this
he-
was written later!
No, it's because they were having a shootout in like a confined space
Not a
where you
gun
couldn't
battle.
get to him.
It's
But
not
then
a gun
why
battle.
didn't Snake just shoot him?
Also,
That's my whole point!
also
You can't CQC a bullet.
Oh, Emma was the greatest. She destroyed GW with her super
Here's the
virus
moment, yeah.
that destroyed everything. And then right here, Liquid's like, yeah, she did it. We just fixed it, so everything that happened was pointless. Like her sacrifice was totally in vain.
her corpse.
Her sacrifice
lies on the
only...
cold floor.
No, I put her on my mantle at my house. Here is a picture. Can you give this to the Mark III so it can upload it to Otacon?
He should totally do a right now.
And then one of the frogs would be like, what?
The players have assembled.
No, he just starts rippeting, and then the frogs jump out. Oh, man.
Karo-chan.
So many
You know what?
signature moves, man.
So, I think that
No, where were they?
I think Chapter 3 of Metal
They're
Gear
hanging
Solid
on the
4.
ceiling.
I think Snake got fucking owned.
Fucking, oh, what a bitch.
Akiba, did you shit yourself? All right, we're good to go then. I
Yes, it's
really
very
appreciate how even Vamp in this scenario is like, fuck. Because there's so many guns pointed at him
Yeah.
that what's he gonna do? They can just
Yeah.
shoot him into the floor.
Powder.
Right?
Basically.
Like, they can blow his arms and legs off
But
with
this
this
is
stuff.
also the moment that never ever happens in Metal Gear other games ever, where holy shit, the army is
There's a
actually
mobilization.
here.
There is-
People know what's going on.
It's usually they're coming, but you never see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, it's
you're
not a
still on your
sneaking
own.
mission right now. It's hey, that guy.
Yeah,
Hey, let's
yeah.
fuck him up.
Yeah.
Or you always hear over a codec that someone's coming.
And again, we're playing into, like I said earlier, video game or plot logic, where this is a really long setup, right? It's a while, like it's several minutes of footage of helicopters flying in and dudes showing up and getting their machine guns ready and pointing them at Ocelot.
There you go.
And then he stops, and then he says, "Ha!" And he presses a button, and then it's all, just fucking shoot him right now!